investigator.
Okay, good morning and welcome to the WSJM Morning Show video live stream edition. I'm Ken Lundberg, and it's Thursday, and Mike Weibel's here.
I know. The universe is way turned around.
One of these days, people are going to be, they're going to be waking up and they're going to see Mike Weibel on a Thursday, and they're going to say, I thought it was Friday.
Right.
Maybe it's today.
Oh, it's Friday day. And then they'll get up and get their coffee, and they're like, they fooled me.
They fooled me. They fooled me, Jerry. We're gonna... No. I had a guest scheduled for today. I honestly did. I had a guest scheduled for today. Yeah. I'm not going to say who it is because I don't want to out anybody. But I had a guest scheduled for today, and they said, remind me that I'm going to be on. And I said, okay, I'll remind you. And a day before, I texted and said, hey, all good. You're good to go. Here are the parameters again, the logistics for arriving. It's going to be a good conversation. Don't be apprehensive at all. And they said, yeah, good to go. Can't wait. And then I got the call. I got the call. I'm not feeling well. Can't make it tomorrow. To be honest, they said, if you really need me, I know this is last minute. If you really need me to come in, I'll come in. But yeah, I'm a germaphobe. I'm not going to let you come in.
Exactly.
No, you take care of yourself.
We have the seal of the Moody Studios. It would not be broken.
Let's see. We've got a lot of things to talk about this hour. You were going to talk about the chicken nugget stuff at some point.
Yes.
At some point, you're going to talk about it. Not right now, but just a preview of that story. No, you can preview.
Well, so they announced that for Valentine's Day, they're doing a special.
Who's they?
McDonald's.
Okay.
Is doing a special McNugget kit, which is caviar, so that you can put caviar on top of your McNugget. But you can't
just go buy this.
No, it's not available in the restaurants.
All right.
You have to order it.
Is McDonald's a restaurant?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not available in their restaurants. You have to order it online, and they will deliver the kit to you.
Really?
Yeah.
How much is it?
$25.
No, it's not only $25.
That's what it says.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, McDonald's.
No, you're going to fact check me, aren't you?
I am. Caviar kit.
Why am I even here?
Well, no. I'm just thinking. Anyone who has purchased caviar in the past knows you're not going to get the Primo caviar for $25.
But it's from McDonald's.
Let's see. We've teamed up with our friends at Paramount Caviar to offer a premium product at a price that only McDonald's can, free of charge. Each kit includes everything you need, blah, blah, blah. No. A 1 ounce tin of McNugget caviar, a $25 Arch card. I don't know. What's the price on here? Where is it?
Well, that's why I got it from the $25 Arch card. Because you have to order it online. Exclusively at McNuggetCaviar.com.
Okay, I'm looking. Okay, the countdown is, I don't think you can get it for $25.
I think what we should do is order it, charge it to Dave D for research.
I think we can find his credit card.
Yeah, and I think we should just, because we'd have it delivered to the office. That would be the 10th, so we'd be looking at, we should do that on next Friday.
And then if he confronts us about it, we'll say, can't you just write it off?
Right.
It's a write-off.
It's a write-off. It's research. It's journalism.
Just pay for it through that.
Right.
No.
Take it out of my pay.
The McNugget Caviar countdown is on 5 days, 3 hours, 55 minutes, and 46 seconds until. But no, we got to verify. Let's verify what the price is on this, because I don't think that's right.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry.
5 days.
See, I got to trust, but verify. All right, we'll be right back. It's the WSJM Morning Show. Good morning.
Offer not valid in all states or prohibited by law. Loans are subject to lender approval. See website for details.
Honey, our credit card bill came and it's higher than last month.
How? We haven't charged anything.
Paying the minimum isn't enough. It will keep getting higher until we take control. We need to go to 47fastcash.com.
With our bad credit?
47fastcash.com can help any credit type get approved for up to $5,000 in minutes.
Take control and get the money you need at 47fastcash.com. 47fastcash.com.
WSJM News now.
Team coverage from the WSJM newsroom on News Talk Sports 94.9 WSJM.
7:05 Thursday, February 5th, 2026. I'm Ken Lundberg. Mike Weibel is here with me on a Thursday. It's 19 degrees in Benton Harbor right now, 20 in St. Joseph, 22 in South Haven. New Buffalo clocking in at 16 degrees, 14 in Buchanan right now. But cloudy skies all over the place. I don't see any snowfall right now. However, that could very well change. The forecast for today does call for cloudy skies, a 50% chance of snow today. This is an increased prediction.
Yes, it's evolving.
It's evolving, yes. Weather evolution. 50% chance of snow today, a high around 25 degrees. Southwest winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. Tonight's forecast calls for, yet again, another 50% chance of snow or maybe some freezing drizzle this evening.
Okay.
Cloudy skies, 50% chance of snow / freezing drizzle, a low around 20, winds out of the south up to 20 miles per hour. Friday's forecast, I told you that Friday was going to be a little bit tricky. It looks like it's shaping up that way. Mostly cloudy skies, a 70% chance of snow showers tomorrow. Breezy conditions, high of 35.
Yikes.
And and wind gusts up to 30 miles per hour out of the west. But that, we say on the one hand, 35 degrees, okay, warm, we're basking in it.
Correct.
Ice is melting.
Yeah. Yay.
On the other hand, it's going to get cold again overnight.
Bad.
Ice and all that other kind of fun stuff. So be careful, and we'll keep an eye on the forecast for you and keep you updated as that continues to evolve and develop. Some of the news from the WSJM newsroom this morning: protecting homeowners who are facing foreclosure, protecting them from being scammed. That's the aim of bipartisan legislation coming from State Representatives Brad Paquette and Joey Andrews, Republican and Democrat, respectively. The lawmakers say bad actors are more frequently approaching property owners after foreclosure notices are published, and they're approaching them and offering to buy their homes at low prices and saying, hey, we'll do this, we'll even allow you to stay in your home for 6 months.
Oh, boy.
Which in Michigan, you can do that already. That's right. The law. Andrews said homeowners already have a legal right to remain for 6 months and may be misled out of their rights of redemption.
People are basically going around and offering to pay small amounts of money in order to, quote unquote, save their house, and basically getting a house that's worth multiple times what they're paying for it for next to nothing because they're getting it out of foreclosure.
Unfortunately, Representative Andrews says the scam is becoming more widespread.
It's been especially bad in Berrien County, enough so that the county really put this on our radar, but it's happening all over the state. So we're trying to close some loopholes that have allowed some pretty unscrupulous actors to take advantage of seniors and people who are just struggling in general and effectively kind of steal their houses from them.
The bills would close gaps in mortgage law and require clearer notification of homeowners' rights.
Who would think that thespians would be such a diabolical group of people?
Thespians?
Well, he said they were bad actors.
Very nice. Thank you. Shakespeare would be proud. Other news: a former Matawan Consolidated School Bus driver is suing the district. You're cracking yourself up.
I know. It was good.
A bus driver from Matawan is suing the district, claiming she was wrongfully fired after handing out holiday candy bags to students.
Yes.
Some of the
rest of the story.
Yeah, the rest of the story. Some of the bags contained religious messages, and that apparently became a no-no. Sarah Robinson filed the federal lawsuit in December, saying the gifts during the 2024-25 school year were voluntary, and students could choose religious or non-religious or alternative options.
Oh,
she had candy bags with options. The suit alleges a supervisor initially allowed the practice before the superintendent reversed course, leading to her dismissal. Robinson claims religious discrimination and due process violations and is seeking back pay and damages. District officials say they don't comment on pending litigation, and they're not going to give the M&Ms back.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Never mind.
All right.
Yeah.
Other news.
I'll refrain.
Yeah. So we'll keep an ear on that one as well. Other news: the South Haven City Council has approved issuing downtown development bonds to fund improvements at the ice rink.
Oh, nice.
Big improvements. About $2 million worth of work is planned. City Manager Kate Hosier.
As we know, we have a very well-received ice rink that takes a lot of time and effort to construct each fall, and a lot of time and effort to deconstruct each spring. These improvements are looking to sink into new concrete the chilling elements so that we do not have to build such a large gravel base as well as new coils every year.
The resolution allows up to $2 million in bonds and refinances existing debt, saving an additional $24,000 to $26,000. The refinancing, yeah.
That's nice.
Hosier says the construction would occur primarily over the summer.
We are trying to thread the needle. This is a 4-season pavilion. So the idea is that as soon as we can get the ice rink taken off, we would begin removals immediately. The plan is to have the project wrapped up before the majority of summer.
Some farmer market operations might temporarily relocate. They also plan, as part of the project, parking upgrades.
Oh,
Everybody likes the parking upgrades.
Yeah.
Brighten the stripes or something like that.
right.
Sturgeon season opens Saturday.
Yeah.
For those of you who fish for sturgeon on Black Lake in northern Michigan, they say about 700 anglers are expected to turn out.
That's an assault.
They're going after 6 poor little fish.
Yeah.
Poor little prehistoric sturgeon. Michigan Department of Natural Resources Fisheries Supervisor Tim Walensky described sturgeon as a rare catch.
There's still a component of many anglers who want to catch large fish, and sturgeon get up to, we see them up to over 70 inches long, over 100 pounds almost every year, and they're interesting fish, a unique fish, historic, dinosaur-like fish.
The season is limited to 6 fish under conservation rules as rehabilitation of the species continues.
So I just asked this question. So it's 6 fish for the entire season for everyone who fishes.
Yes.
So it's not 6 fish a person.
No.
It is
6 fish for all of Michigan. Once 6 fish are caught, done.
Wow.
Done. Yeah, I mean, I think it was last year.
You
The
don't want to
season
show up late, do you?
No, the season lasted all of about 2 minutes.
I was gonna say. Stop at McDonald's for a breakfast sandwich, and all of a sudden you missed it.
I mean, I'm no expert on sturgeon.
No,
but I do know that they are a prehistoric fish.
Yes.
They live very deep. They mature very slowly.
Yes.
And I mean, basically, if you're going to try to protect them and bring them back, it's going to take a heck of a long time. And so that's why the rehabilitation effort has been underway. And again, the limit, 6 fish for Michigan.
So my grandfather used to say that you could go to the Bluff in St. Joe,
yeah,
and see sturgeon, schools of sturgeon in the lake.
He wasn't just looking at a medical school thinking those are sturgeon.
I don't think so.
Okay.
So, but he was like, you have these enormous fish, and yeah, it was crazy.
Come on in. Hey, how you doing? Hey, right over there. Good morning and welcome. Special guest into the studios.
Celebrity.
Have a seat. Have a seat. Coming into the WSJM studios as we speak is one
studios.
I'm sorry,
Yeah,
into the Pat Moody studios.
Just really did.
Is
Talking about a morning show football.
Is one Pat Moody. Hi, Pat.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you doing, sir?
Good.
Hang on, let me adjust the camera. What are you doing here?
Adjust the camera. This is radio, dude.
No, not anymore.
And we have the video live stream. Thank you very little. What's going on, Mr. Moody?
Not much. I was just at a blood draw lab at Corwell.
Oh, okay.
And then I've got an appointment to signature.
Oh, good. It's good to see you. How are things?
Excellent.
You enjoying the winter?
Sure.
Is this
we were in Boston when the big nor'easter came, the one that came up the coast.
Oh, man.
My wife's car was absolutely buried out front, parking on the street,
Now, be honest, the way Boston handles snow removal and the way we handle snow removal, who does it better?
There's no question. We do.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
That's good to hear.
Yeah.
Okay, we're better than Boston.
They're pros around here. You go almost anywhere else, it seems like, and it's just like, geez, Some towns, it seems like, don't even have a plow, or they have 2 and they're both at the coffee shop.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
We were just talking about sturgeon in Michigan, and that came up a little bit because we were also talking about Valentine's Day coming up, and McDonald's is doing chicken McNugget caviar thing.
Yeah.
Now, had you the
They're
opportunity,
making caviar out of chicken McNuggets, or
That's
they're
probably-
chicken McNuggets
no.
and caviar?
they're delivering chicken McNuggets and caviar to some lucky folks. We're looking at this. They're getting a lot of free publicity.
lucky being the operative word there.
Exactly.
Just some lucky
Right.
folks.
Lucky folks. Yeah, lucky. but
Nothing against McNuggets, but
apparently, you're supposed to dip the McNugget in the caviar
Yeah.
and eat it that way.
oh wow! Now that's high class, baby.
That's right.
Come and listen to my story about a man named Jed.
Oh boy! All right,
We don't worry about keeping his family fed anymore. Have caviar McNuggets.
all right. Off the rails. We've got to get to some sports here. Do you have like a couple minutes for the video live stream?
Sure.
Okay, we'll keep them for a couple of minutes. Pat Moody, and we will make sure that you're not late to your next appointment. Can't believe you're already giving blood at 7 a.m.
Well, I was able to choose my own time. And
Oh.
that's, that way you're in and out in a matter of minutes.
Oh,
I mean,
nice.
literally, as opposed to sitting there, waiting, and they keep calling out Tim, Tom, Mary, Mari.
All right. We'll be right back. We're going to continue this conversation with Pat Moody on the video live stream. It's WSJM.
Sports.
All right. Back on the video live stream. Yeah. Caviar. Fan?
No, actually, I shouldn't say that. All honesty, I've never had it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, there are a lot of different grades of caviar out there. You can buy stuff off the shelf at the local grocery store. That's not the good stuff. The good stuff,
Yeah. And you can buy if you go to Mike Weibel and get yourself,
If
a
if you
personal
financially
wealth
plan,
account,
yes.
and,
Yeah.
If you
Here's
plan
wealth
along time.
management. We can work that into the schedule. Otherwise, you got to go to the dollar store to get your caviar.
but
do they
if you're
have
not
it?
going to the dollar store and getting, so I had an acquaintance, a friend of mine in Washington D.C. who literally smuggled it under his shirt through the airports. It was the airport security wasn't as what it is now.
Not nearly
Prior
as robust.
9/11.
especially in Washington D.C.
Prior to Washington, he smuggled in this tin of caviar that I kid you not. You know the shortbread cookies you get in the big tin? It was one of those.
Oh.
How much did that cost?
It didn't cost him anything because he smuggled it out.
No, how much did it
back
cost
there?
for him to buy it?
I don't know. Not much. I don't know if he.
I mean, I thought a tin this big was like
$300
$900 or something.
yeah, the good stuff, like an ounce or 2 ounces, is like $300 if it's the good stuff. And this thing was like that much.
And so obviously you have had it.
Oh yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
It was really good. Yeah, and I mean, it's
I just I as a kid I was a fisherman. I was
Right.
a kid. And you scrape out the guts. Oh look, there's a bunch of eggs in there.
and then you throw them.
Hey, why don't we eat those?
Yeah.
No, thank
Seems
you.
like a good idea. With a piece of bread.
But I wonder. I guess all this to say, I wonder why McDonald's is going for it.
I don't know. They got something working. So you can.
Somebody in the marketing department with the
With it.
Is related to a caviar salesman.
exactly. It's like, hey, I know how.
I mean,
Hey,
was
Jimmy,
it like
I know
Nick-
you're selling caviar every day, man.
Let's see. Let's ask AI. Why is McDonald's doing caviar? Because I think it has to do with a social media influencer. Yeah, I don't know.
Who owns stock in a caviar company?
The
Right.
Russians,
Yeah.
Putin, Vladimir Putin. Anything else interesting going on in the news you would like to comment on, Mr. Moody?
Aren't we supposed to ask you that? He's the news.
No. I'm the news guy. I give you the news, and then you can comment on the news.
Okay.
I saw Pizza Hut is closing a bunch of places, so
Yeah,
we're
this is closed in Bridgman, right?
yeah, I heard about that. So part of it is a wider thing, not only for Pizza Hut but for other fast food. So we should probably talk about that.
Well, I saw an article not too long ago. I don't remember where it was. I only read the headline, but they said something on par with pizza is becoming passé.
Really?
It doesn't have anywhere near the oomph that it had,
Oh.
which I find hard to believe because it's the perfect food. I mean, it's you don't need utensils 99% of the time. And I've always said, if I'm ever trapped on they always ask, if you're ever trapped on a desert island, you could only have one food for the rest of your life. What would you have? For me, the answer was pizza, undoubtedly. Because why not? Because today you can have pepperoni. Tomorrow you can have pineapple.
Wait. Pineapple on your pizza?
Well, the only reason
You're
I
on a
said that is
desert
because I wanted to start another fight. Because no, I'm not a fan of that either. I have had it.
I
and it's
love
okay.
pineapple on my pizza.
I love pineapple and I love pizza, but
Mike,
the two just
pineapple?
Yeah, I like pineapple.
Okay.
Yeah, on a pizza.
Yeah.
It's good.
It's okay, but have your pizza, and then have a little dessert, some fresh pineapple. Oh, fresh pineapple.
All right. We should probably get back to the radio here.
Darn it.
Now that we've talked about all this
over.
Well, the
fun.
fun's done.
No, not. We're going to continue the fun all hour. You're welcome to stay as long as you want. Can you say who you're meeting with? Who are you meeting with? Here, advertiser.
It's just at Signature Automotive Group. The car's in for service is all.
Oh, so you're just coming over to hang out while your car is getting serviced?
Well, no, not yet. Actually, my appointment is at 8. So I will come back probably.
All right. Very good. We're going to get back on the radio. This is the WSJM Morning Show on video now, on the video live stream as well. Right. And happy birthday to Bill, who goes by Bill, but his real name's Scott. So happy birthday, Scott.
I'm confused.
We'll be right back.
Cloudy skies today with snow showers developing, especially by lunchtime and into the afternoon. Snow totals will be light, 1/2 inch to 1 inch during the day today with a high of 25. Some freezing drizzle and light snow again this evening and overnight, so slick roads are expected. And then for tomorrow, mostly cloudy, 1 to 2 inches of snow and a high of 35. I'm WSBT 22 Chief Meteorologist Carrie Peugeot.
The Morning Show with Ken Lundberg on WSJM.
He left, but he'll come back.
Yes, he is coming back.
Yeah. It's 7:21 on your Thursday, February 5th. I'm Ken Lundberg. Mike Weibel is here with me. We have Pat Moody roaming around the building. He was poking his head in the door a second ago, and so we were talking to him both on the radio and on the video live stream, and he said, "Do I have time to go get coffee?" I said, "Well, yeah, absolutely. I mean,
it's Pat Moody.
It's Pat Moody. You can go do whatever you want.
It's his studio."
Exactly. I mean,
I'm surprised somebody didn't bring him coffee.
Well, I'm surprised you didn't get up and get him coffee. That's what you're here for. Just kidding. Just kidding.
Coffee, dude.
No. You can do news tips if you want. All right. Some of the news.
We're not going to get reported.
So Pat might be popping his head back in, so be prepared for that. Close the cover on the book that has been like one of the most informative. It's been one of my go-to information books.
Which is?
If you want to know information about other countries, like what drives their economy, what's their population, what are the political fights that are going on right there. The CIA World Fact Book is ceasing to publish. Yeah, the spy agency announcing yesterday that after more than 60 years, it's closing the book on the popular reference manual.
You can just Google it.
Well, that too. The announcement, but you don't know what information you're getting.
True.
And a couple other things to talk about with that, but the announcement posted to the CIA's website offered no reason for the decision to end the fact book, but it follows a vow from Director John Ratcliffe to end programs that don't advance the agency's core missions. What are the agency's core missions? Secret. They won't tell you. First launched in 1962 as a printed classified reference manual for intelligence officers, the CIA World Fact Book offered a detailed by the numbers picture of foreign nations, their economies, their militaries, their resources, their societies. The fact book proved so useful that other federal agencies began using it, including Congress. Oh. That's how I first became aware of it. It's like, just go look it up in the CIA World Fact Book. What? They put this information out?
I thought it was going to be like Encyclopedia Britannica or something.
Love that too.
Yeah.
Anyway, the fact book was so useful, other federal agencies were using it. Within a decade, an unclassified version released to the public. After going online in 1997, it became a popular reference site for journalists, trivia aficionados, and writers of college essays. It racked up millions of visits per year. The White House has moved to cut staffing at the CIA, and now they've cut the CIA World Fact Book as well.
Times are tough.
The CIA did not return a message seeking comment.
because they can't call from any number.
But I don't know. I love having that reference manual. And again, with our access, as you mentioned, you can just Google stuff.
Right.
With our access to so much information at our fingertips, it's incredibly difficult to understand, well, how much resources are they spending on this? But they're still going to put it together.
Oh, yeah.
They're still going to get the objective information, and they're still going to have that available.
It'll just be digital.
We're paying for it.
We're paying for a lot of things.
We pay for a lot of stuff, and this is just yet another one that we won't have access to.
So I was talking to a business owner this week actually, and he was talking about how with Google, that SEO is going away.
Search engine optimization.
Correct.
That is true.
Right. And now with AI,
Yep.
it's Ask Engine AEO.
Yeah, there's AEO and there's
IOU.
No, yeah, that's what happens if you
And
try to get
sometimes
into
why.
that. Yeah, because Google. Well, what's happening is Google is trying to continue. They're preserving their money source.
Right. Right.
Follow the dollar. They're trying to preserve their money, and forever and a day, Google has been promising you, we'll give you better search engine results if you pay us some money.
Correct.
And so that, and you can do a lot of other things for search engine optimization, which a lot of that, it's great. It's smart marketing. You put in meta tags and you do all this other stuff. But Google saw the writing on the wall really quickly on how AI was replacing your search engine results.
Right.
And that kind of thing. And so what it was doing was usurping some of that SEO return on investment for folks that were paying Google money to get their results pushed up. And so AI is supplanting that. And now Google and AI are working together to try to figure out, some of the AI companies to try to figure out, okay, how can we continue to monetize this?
So I guess now, like if you said, hey, I've got 4 people in my family, we're going to Southwest Michigan, and where should I go?
Yeah.
AI will generate an itinerary with places to eat, places to stay, and all that.
Yeah.
The flip side of that is Google now will have a bot that will call said hotel or place and say, hey, can I get a table or whatever? And basically, if you don't meet the evaluation or the response time or customer service, then you won't be the AI point of reference for an itinerary. And you'll drop. So then they'll go back and say, oh, we can't reference you because you didn't pay
respond.
us. Right. You didn't respond, or you didn't pay us.
Really?
Yeah. And then we'll sell you a bot. So when somebody calls you, someone will be able to answer the question so we can keep you in the itinerary. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Money getting in the way of progress.
Right.
I don't like it.
Oh.
Pat Moody's back.
Heaven forbid money ever get in the way.
Right.
Follow the dollar.
That never happened.
Here's a sad note. One that a person I know personally, or knew personally, former U.S. Representative Lee Hamilton from Indiana, a member of Congress, has passed away at the age of 94. A lot of people remember him basically for his work on foreign affairs committees, but he also represented Indiana for many, many years in Congress. Hamilton was a moderate, respected by both Democrats and Republicans alike. He led a congressional probe into the Reagan administration's Iran-Contra affair. He died peacefully on Tuesday at his home in Bloomington, Indiana. The elder Hamilton was at the forefront of congressional opposition to the 1991 Persian Gulf War. He advocated continued economic sanctions against Iraq before military action over its invasion of Kuwait. He decided against seeking re-election in 1998 and said after leaving Congress that he believed the U.S. needed to be regarded around the world as more than a leader of military coalitions. He said the United States must be seen as an optimistic and benign power. He said we must speak and act as a source of optimism, a beacon of freedom, a benign power, forging a consensus approach toward a world of peace and growth and freedom. And American power must be accompanied by American generosity. Let's see. Indiana Governor Mike Braun, a Republican, said Indiana mourns the passing of Lee Hamilton, a man whose life embodied integrity, civility, and public service. Hamilton, a small-town lawyer known for his exploits as a high school basketball star when he first won election to a southern Indiana congressional seat in 1964 when he was only 33 years old. So again, seen as a statesman, somebody who would work across aisles. He basically worked the policy, not the party, the politics. Served in Congress. He went on to run a think tank after that. And again, serving presidents of both parties as a key advisor on international affairs. He was married for 58 years. He met his wife while they were students at DePauw University. Nancy Hamilton died back in 2012. Tragic car accident. She was a pedestrian, and the car rolled on her. He's survived by 3 children, 5 grandchildren, and 1 great-grandchild. Former Congressman from Indiana, Lee Hamilton.
And he was on the Foreign Relations Committee, you said?
Yeah, he was leader of the Foreign Relations
You
Committee.
remember when Senator Dick Lugar from
Yes.
Indiana was the head of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee? And we were up in D.C. one time lobbying on behalf of public television, and he took us into the Senate Foreign Relations Committee room.
Yeah.
And they said, no pictures. Nobody takes any pictures in here, I mean, it was intrigue all the way.
Yeah.
Pretty fascinating.
Yeah.
Lugar was a heck of a guy, man.
Dick Lugar and Lee Hamilton, they would work together regularly, not only for the interests of Indiana, but the interests of the nation. Dick Lugar, he had, because they had the Nunn-Lugar Act, and that was decommissioning of old military nuclear type facilities. And one of the things Dick Lugar had in his office was what looked like a joystick. If you were a gamer, you'd think, oh, this is a joystick for an airplane or a submarine. No, it was actually from a nuclear submarine that had been decommissioned and dismantled. It was presented to him as a memento of the work that he had done with Nunn-Lugar.
Cool.
So
now he's passed. I know.
Yes.
But what's the institute that he formed for peace and commonality between folks? What's the word I'm trying to think of? Cooperation across the aisles, basically.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I can't remember it. I know Hamilton, Congressman Hamilton, was the leader of the Woodrow Wilson Center, and I know Dick Lugar had something similar to that.
There's a Lugar Center for
international studies policy or something like that. We'll look it up.
It's about.
We've got to Google. Mike.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Mike's our personal.
Right now. I can see him searching away.
Mike's our personal Google. Yeah. So anyway, but yeah, very good. And both Dick Lugar and Lee Hamilton, what I would say is statesmen like this who are able to work across the aisle so easily, rare these days. If non-existent. Is that what you're saying, Pat?
It's, almost. Man, oh man, oh man.
All right, 7:31. It's the WSJM Morning Show. We'll be back with more in just a couple of moments. We've got to get the latest financial news coming up from Bloomberg after these important messages. All right, back on the video live stream. Did you find it?
Yep.
What is it?
So the Lugar Center is a nonprofit organized focusing on global food security, weapons of mass destruction, non-proliferation, foreign aid effectiveness, and bipartisan governance.
That's what bipartisan. He must have. Isn't there a Center for Bipartisan whatever? Look for that.
That's an endangered species.
Right.
But we were really happy to see him create something like that. And basically, what they do, I think they track everything, and how people in government cooperate or don't.
Oh.
And they track it all.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. They probably look at both committee votes and floor votes.
Everything, yeah.
To understand, what's going on there.
There is a Bipartisan Policy Center, BPC, in Washington, D.C.
But it's not named for Lugar?
No.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I could have swore that it was strictly bipartisan, not all that other, non-proliferation and all that,
Yeah.
Which, I mean, if that's what he stood for, it makes sense that, they would wrap it all into.
Yeah, very good.
It says another organization, the Lugar Center, also focuses on promoting bipartisan governance.
Yeah. Okay.
So.
All right. Go ahead.
I thought that was the primary focus of the Lugar Center.
They do far more. So they do far more.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah,
right.
just one of the
Clearly,
things.
they do a lot,
right?
And
they don't
at least
even
attempt
offer,
to.
They don't even offer a caviar kit.
All right, have we gotten to the bottom of the caviar thing? I want to know how you get it.
You've got to go. So you got 5 days. Where's my thing now? You got 5 days to when it opens up on the 10th.
Do I have to Google this myself?
No, I've
okay.
read it to
All
you.
right.
Got it.
Okay,
Francis.
Oh, yeah.
Free. It's absolutely free.
Yes. And you
Okay.
get an ounce of caviar,
Ounce of caviar.
a $25 gift card, and a spoon.
Oh, the gift card is to buy the nuggets.
Right.
I got it. Okay. Okay.
But it's a one day.
Is it a metal
one-time
spoon?
thing?
Can't be a metal spoon.
No, it's the whatever the fancy name is for the
Mother of
spoon.
pearl?
Yes.
Okay. That's fake pearl.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So you go on that day.
Yeah.
You can apply to get it. They'll send it to you, and then you go get your nuggets. It's a one-day thing. It's a promotion.
Yeah.
And obviously it's working because we're talking about it for an hour.
Let's see here. Inspired by this perfect match. What, the perfect match of the chicken nugget and caviar?
Yeah.
I guess.
Inspired by this perfect
Inspired
match.
by this perfect
Made
match,
in
we're
heaven.
dropping our first ever McNugget caviar kits featuring Bear. It's Baerii sturgeon. Yeah. Bear sturgeon caviar on February 10th, exclusively available online. Nothing says ILY quite like a limited drop from McDonald's just in time for Valentine's Day.
Which stands for I love you.
Do you get creme fraiche with it? I like creme fraiche.
Oh, it's all free when you want more stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, you'll get creme fraiche.
1 ounce.
Well, that's ridiculous.
Here's what you get. You can't have caviar without creme
Aren't you going to
fraiche.
have any champagne with that?
Good idea.
Do I get a drink?
1 ounce tin of premium
McBubbly?
premium bear sturgeon caviar. There's a bear sturgeon in the woods.
Yes.
A $25 Arch card, which is their gift card. We've got to get back on the air. Hang on 1 second. WSJM.
Stocks are starting to wake up this morning. S&P futures are on the rise. However, shares of Google parent Alphabet dropping in early trading. Quarterly earnings topped expectations, but the company plans to spend a record amount of money this year on artificial intelligence. Google has been racing to reinvent its business for the artificial intelligence age, working hard to keep customers in the habit of going to its search page. Courtney Donahoe, Bloomberg Radio.
The Morning Show with Ken and Friends on 94.9 WSJM.
Yeah, and because it's Ken and Friends, Pat Moody, you can drop by anytime you want and talk.
They'll say I just go general because you can't name any.
I'm here. Mike's here. I see Mike. I see Pat.
Oh, this is romper room.
It is. It is.
Hold up the giant.
Right.
I see Bill. I see Diane. I see Teresa. I see all kinds of people. I see Stephanie out there. Hi, Stephanie. They're picking on me.
Did you see Bob Buchholz out there?
Bob Buchholz is out there.
He
Hi,
checked
Bob.
in. Yeah.
Thank you for checking in. We're here on it's Thursday on the WSJM Morning Show. This is why Thursdays are my favorite day of the week, is because anything can happen. I've got both Mike and Pat in the studio this morning. We're just chatting about all kinds
Irishman.
That's right.
of different stuff.
Where's the Jamesons?
Yeah.
Oh boy, that's why you went to go get coffee. All right, I'm gonna ask Pat about the issue, the radioactive issue. It's not so radioactive anymore. We'll talk
It's
about.
so cold outside.
Don't kid yourself.
We'll talk about paid parking here in just a couple of moments. We'll start that on the video live stream, but we'll be back here with a preview of our stories that we're covering just after 8 o'clock after this update on world and national news.
ABC News, I'm Sherry Preston. With the mother of Today Show host Savannah Guthrie still missing, she and her siblings have now spoken publicly.
We too have heard the reports about a ransom letter in the media. As a family, we are doing everything that we can. We are ready to talk.
Police believe that Nancy Guthrie, who's 84, was kidnapped from her Tucson, Arizona area home. Several hundred miles north of there, a police helicopter has crashed in Flagstaff, Arizona, killing both people on board. Police radio calls captured by Broadcastify.
Is there a fire resulting from this crash?
See the scene too well. All I can see is a little bit of lights. I can't see any smoke or fire. 13, there is definitely a fire. I was able to see it.
The chopper was called to help investigate a shooting. Talks between Russia and Ukraine just ending in Abu Dhabi. This is ABC News.
WSJM News Now. Team coverage from the WSJM Newsroom on News Talk Sports 94.9 WSJM.
7:38, the WSJM Morning Show continues. Some of the news stories we have coming up for you just after 8 o'clock this morning. Benton Harbor government has averted a potential shutdown. Benton Harbor City Commissioners last night approving an emergency transfer of another $420,000 from their income tax revenue account to the general fund to maintain city operations. We'll give you the details on that and what cleared the way for agreement. That's coming up just after 8 o'clock. Also, the leaders of local advocacy groups gathering last night to encourage people here locally in the St. Joe Benton Harbor area to oppose immigration law enforcement. We'll tell you what that's all about. And St. Joseph City Commissioners have tabled a resolution, one that came forward, that was asking them to support an international fossil fuel non-proliferation treaty.
Yeah.
And it's not often that you have non-proliferation treaties coming before a city commission.
Right.
Yeah. So we'll
It's hard
talk.
to put that on a
we'll,
t-shirt.
We'll talk about that and more. It's all coming up in just a couple of minutes. Special guest in the studio this morning. In addition to Mike Weibel, we've got Pat Moody here. We're going to talk about some things here on the video live stream right now.
The mission.
Okay, back on the video live stream. Before you lose your voice, Pat, earlier this week on Tuesday, we had City Manager Emily Hackworth come in to talk, give us an update, and Kelly Ewald, she was here as well, the development director, to talk about the latest on paid parking. They've got those open information sessions happening.
Correct.
2 of them happen this week. 2 of them will happen next week, and they've rolled out a new proposal, a draft for paid parking that looks dramatically scaled back. Now, you've been involved in some of these talks. What do you know? What do you think about
Well,
what's
I
been
haven't
rolled
been
out?
involved at all this year in what's
Okay.
going on at all. In
Look
any
how
way,
fast
shape,
he
or form.
distanced himself from that one.
Well, no,
Okay.
because I haven't. I just want it clear. I haven't
Yeah.
been a part of any discussions going into this year.
Fair enough.
Yes, I was very active last year.
Yeah.
I was pulled into it after making comments at a city commission meeting. And all I was doing was trying to cool heads and say,
Yeah.
hey, just step back. Put it on pause until you can, resolve these issues. You clearly haven't talked to all of the people in the business people,
Yeah.
the ones that were rabble rousing more almost than the citizenry,
Yeah.
and understandably because they were blindsided, I guess, or at least they felt they were.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I was just trying to act as a peacemaker and say, everybody sit down at the table and
Well,
talk to one another
and they-
instead of just arbitrarily, throwing things out.
And they listened to you. I mean, I think what your words were basically what they took to heart and is what has appeared in this new proposal. Because again, what you said just now, if I can Pat-splain you, was,
Is
hey
that a
guys,
thing?
Wow,
Pat-splaining?
explaining.
I just made it up.
Okay.
You can you can put a
Now we know
pause,
he has friends.
put a pause in the program, scale it back, and bring it back forward. And that's exactly what it seems like they're trying to do at this point, because they had over 800 paid parking spots. It was lots. It was on street, off street, all kinds of fun stuff. Now it's just going to be the highest areas of congestion, about 175 spots on the street only.
So, yeah, I mean, and the only thing that still baffles me and baffled me all along is the huge pushback of people that say, if I have to pay to park, there's no way I'm going to go. Well, okay, why? I mean, I understand it's been free. Yeah, well, there used to be, you used to be able to get a free cup of coffee a lot of places too, but that ain't going to happen anymore.
Yeah.
So I never really understood that especially from people who are drinking $10 coffees, but balking at $1 to park.
Right.
That just always blew my mind, and I understand it's probably the principle of the thing, but I don't know. It just always baffled me. The thing I loved about the fact that if we were going to have paid parking was the fact that you didn't even have to get out of your car in order to put your information into the system,
right?
And pay for your parking before you even get out of the car, which is really nice if it's raining or snowing or whatever else. Of course, heaven help us if it's snowing when those are in place, because it's supposed to only be in the summertime anyway.
Right,
So,
right, yeah.
So it should only affect rain.
Yeah, Memorial Day to Labor Day
Right.
is the only time that they're planning on doing it. Last year they rolled it out, I think, about a month early, and that turned people off as well. Plus the whole ADA requirement and everything.
But I think
else.
the major issue that I feel always has to be addressed first and foremost is the sheer volume of people who work downtown and where are they going to park. And rightfully, they shouldn't have to pay to park if they're working downtown.
Right.
If it'd be like you coming in here in the morning and saying, "Well, I got to feed the meter," while I'm
Don't
sitting
give
here.
Dave any ideas. Wait a second.
Hey, Dave, we got a new revenue stream. But that's what it would be like for you to pull into the parking lot and have to pay
It'd be
in order to come
untenable.
in here and be on the radio.
Yeah.
So that is first and foremost, above all. And sorry for grandma or anybody else that says, "Well, I don't want to have to pay to park." Okay, fine, but you shouldn't have to pay to park in order to go to work.
So it seems like this proposal, however, will get at the prime spots that are intended for customers who are going to drop money.
Well, and that
in
was
downtown.
always a major problem anyway. When I worked at the chamber for years, I used to have to go in and scold merchants themselves who were parking in prime spots right in front of their own business. And I go, seriously, you're parked out front? Well, I was only going to be here for 5 minutes. And how long have you been here? 5 hours,
Yeah.
That's a criminal for you to take up a space in front of your own business and then wonder why you're not making any money.
Right.
True.
And it's sad the number of the sheer volume of people who insist that the only way they're going to shop someplace is to park directly in front of where they're going. They're not going to walk at all. And it's just like,
hold that thought.
All right.
I have a question for you. It's the WSJM morning show.
Guys, today with snow showers developing, especially by lunchtime and into the afternoon, snow totals will be light, 1/2 inch to 1 inch during the day today with a high of 25. Some freezing drizzle and light snow again this evening and overnight, so slick roads are expected. And then for tomorrow, mostly cloudy, 1 to 2 inches of snow and a high of 35. I'm WSBT 22 Chief Meteorologist Carrie Peugeot.
The Morning Show with Ken and Friends on 94.9 WSJM.
7:45. It's the WSJM morning show. I'm Ken Lundberg. Mike Weibel is here with me. And who else is in the studio? Who else is in the Pat Moody studio?
Pat Moody.
Yeah, Pat Moody's here. Can we rebrand to the Big Show? Are we the Big Show now?
No.
Oh, okay. That's still
But we
Michael
might have
Patrick
the
Shields.
Donald Trump Pat Moody studio. That could happen.
We're going to build a bomb shelter in a ballroom?
Obviously, he just decides, that he's going to put his name.
It'll be gold, though.
It's time for our Moody on the Market update.
It's already gold. Look at us.
Our Moody on the Market update this hour is brought to you by Insurance Management Service. Call IMS today, your local auto owner's insurance agency in St. Joseph and in Niles. And since we have the namesake of the Moody on the Market update in here, we'll talk to Pat because our Moody on the Market updates deal with business updates. We talk about life in Southwest Michigan and why we love it here. And we also talk about business updates, life in Southwest Michigan. Oh, and the interesting people you should know.
Mm-hmm.
Pat's one of those.
Yeah.
He's all of those. So Pat Moody, you're dropping by the studio. I know you're getting your car. What do you got? A tune-up, an oil change? Spark
Actually,
plugs?
it was a small recall issue that they're resolving for free.
Oh, good.
So.
Over at Signature Toyota.
Yeah.
Okay. You drive one of those fancy EV cars.
I do. I love it.
How did it perform in the bitter cold of the Arctic vortex we were in?
Well, everything it's been fine. The only issue was I was gone for a week when I came back, and it was in the garage the whole time. When I came back, it was real.
The battery was dead.
It was just like it was absolutely flat out dead. but it was the 12-volt battery that just operates the computer system.
Oh.
It had nothing to do with the battery system that runs the car.
The big old honking battery.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
And so all they had to do is jumpstart the 12-volt and let it run for a couple of minutes, and everything was fine.
No
and
kidding.
then I did run it back by, they said, once you got it running again, bring it through, and we'll test it right in the lane and just make sure the battery isn't defective or whatever.
Yeah.
And it was fine.
Yeah.
So everything's fine.
Okay. Oh,
But
very
I
good.
love it. The range drops obviously in cold weather, but I don't use it for long distance driving anyway.
Yeah.
So it's not an issue.
Makes sense. One of the things we were talking about on the video live stream with you, and we'll put a bow on this and for this hour anyway, is paid parking. Because earlier this week we learned from the city of St. Joseph, city officials came in here and they unveiled basically what the new draft proposal is. The city commission still needs to consider it, vote on it. The open houses are still underway.
And so far, the only open houses have been for the business community, correct?
They have been labeled for the business community, but as they said on the morning show here earlier this week, residents
Anybody
were
could
also
go,
welcome.
oh, okay.
Yeah, because if you're going to be out of
But
town
the next
next
two are
week,
targeted directly for
at residents. Yeah, directly at residents. Those are going to be 5
which
to
means
7.
business people can't come in.
And, no, and business owners can come into those as well. They're not excluding anybody. Stop excluding people. They can all come in. Anyway, what they've unveiled is basically they've gone from more than 800 paid parking spaces last year to the idea of 175 paid parking spaces this year. And those are only going to be the on-street. The lots are going to be open and free now. Some of them are going to have a 3-hour time limit. I'll be curious to see how they enforce that. But as they've unrolled this, what you've seen in the reports, thoughts? Is this meeting some of the things that you were thinking about last year when you stood up?
It meets some of them, because people say, I want more free parking on that side of Main Street, and so obviously there will be substantially more free parking on that side of Main Street.
Yeah, and they'll do some paid parking. At least under the draft proposal, they'll have some paid parking spaces on the east side of Main now as well. Yeah, on street parking. Yeah. And again, they say it's not for revenue generation. That's not the goal here. The goal here is to keep the traffic moving in those areas where you want more commercial activity. You're good?
I haven't seen it all personally, so in theory, yes.
Okay.
So if it's not for revenue generation, then why don't they just have like a time limit and hand out tickets?
Well, there are time limits. You can pay for as long as you're paid to park, and then you get a ticket if you're still there.
Yeah.
Right.
But what he's saying is, why not just say,
don't collect the money at all.
Right.
Exactly.
If it's not about revenue generation.
Follow the dollar.
People moving.
Yeah.
Then hand out tickets.
Follow the dollar. You got to do something. I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, the money they're going to gather from this is for Downtown Development Association improvements. 80% of it.
Yeah. And I think, and I don't think that's bad at all. I think, they obviously need, money to be able to continue to improve citywide and everything else. But also, from the point of view of just ticketing, how welcoming is that to, especially people from out of town? It's bad enough when you get a ticket and you live in town, but if you're from out of town, you go, how do I even resolve this? In this day and age, you can probably do it electronically. You can do it by mail and everything else.
Yeah.
But still, that's a total piss off factor when you go to a community and the first thing you do is get a ticket.
Yeah.
So,
although the argument that always gets me is you can go to any other area. You go to Grand Rapids, for instance, and you don't even blink when you have to pay to park.
Exactly.
You just know.
Everywhere.
Well, and that's why, to me, it's kind of a fallacy of the people that say, just stick it to Chicago types.
I'm okay with that.
They're the ones that are causing the issues.
No.
Well, but Chicago types come here and they go, wow, I can park here for that long for this amount? Sign me up.
Yeah.
And or whatever. The other thing is, they're used to walking forever once they've parked their car, even just to go to work.
Yeah.
Right.
And they do have to pay to go to work in many, many cases in Chicago area.
Yeah.
And
I had to do that
reimbursed by the boss or whatever.
Decades ago when I worked in Seattle, you had to buy a monthly parking spot in a garage, walk a block in the rain. Horrible rain.
And by
there.
the way, since you addressed the garage, because so many people for years
build a garage
just
now.
Build a garage, just
Too
build
much
a garage.
money.
But here's the fallacy of that, especially from those who say, I'm not going to pay to park. Well, if they do build a garage, do you think you're going to park there for free?
No.
How do you pay for a garage if you build it and then just park for free there?
Yeah.
It's going to cost you to park there.
Yeah. Good point. Okay. All right. Well, they'll have 2 more information sessions at the City Hall. They're coming up Monday and Tuesday, 5 to 7 p.m. These are geared toward residents, but anyone can show up. Anyone can show up if you're interested. Again, open house style. So they'll have the maps there. They'll have the ideas, the proposals there. And the idea is once they get all the feedback from individuals this week and next week, they will take it, make any adjustments they need to make, put a proposal in front of the City Commission, and they hope to get something passed so they can restart the program for this year, Memorial Day.
What's going to happen to traffic flow and parking when they start building the condos down there?
That'll
going to be a huge issue.
That'll be an issue for sure. And then also don't forget that MDOT is going to be rebuilding
of Main Street,
Main Street as well, and that's going to have a huge.
It's going to be chaotic over the next couple of years. There's no question about that.
Yeah, Yeah.
So maybe paid parking will be a real value because you go down there and reserve your spot by
Boy.
getting
Right.
If only. All right. Well, let's call that our Moody on the Market update for today. It's brought to you by Insurance Management Service. Call IMS today. They are your local auto owners insurance agency in St. Joseph and in Niles. Back with more in just a moment.
Insurance management.
Boy, we're back on the video live stream. We're hitting the hornet's nest today. First caviar and then parking.
Yeah, no, we're all over.
Yeah, that's all.
We're here, we're everywhere.
Let's see what else. There was one I wanted to talk about. Are you good on time, Pat? It's 7:54.
Yeah, I got to go pretty soon.
Okay.
It's right next door. So
President Donald Trump has shared a rendering of the facade of a grander-looking new East Wing and ballroom, saying it would be identical in height now to the White House and where the executive mansion is. The sketch was shared on social media earlier this week. It offers a view of the future East Wing from the nearby Treasury building, where photos of the bulldozed East Wing first emerged in October. It is a rendering from the Treasury building directly across the street. It replaces the very small, dilapidated, and rebuilt many times East Wing, that's what the president said, with a magnificent new East Wing, being identical in height and scale and totally keeping with the historic White House. It basically looks like they're putting another Treasury Department on the where the East Wing used to be.
I don't know. The Treasury Department's a pretty sizable building, though.
It is.
Is it? Are they saying it's got the same basic footprint as the Treasury Department?
I think it's
that's
going
a
to
huge building.
I think it's going to be larger. You're talking about you're talking about so you're on Pennsylvania Avenue. You hang a right, and that's where the Treasury is.
Correct.
Okay, I think it's going to be the same type of thing, if not. It definitely in height, it's going to be the same
Treasury
thing.
Department is bigger. The building itself is bigger than the whole White House, isn't it? It's got to be awfully close to it anyway. Maybe not.
Well, if you're thinking about the White House complex, no.
Okay.
But if you're thinking about, I mean, height-wise, yeah, probably. It's probably
higher.
taller.
It's got to be taller.
Yeah,
They got
definitely
those
taller.
huge
But I
pillars
think
out front.
lengthwise, because it's going to stick out further than the executive.
And keep in mind that basically they run perpendicular to one another because the Treasury Department runs, like north and south, and the White House runs east and west as far as length of building.
Except the East Wing is now going to run north-south as well. The East Wing is going to run further out.
It will run deeper. Yeah. I know what you're saying.
Yeah, it's going to run further south than what the old footprint used to be. Anyway, long story short, 90,000 square foot new East Wing ballroom. The current price tag sitting at $400 million, and probably going to go up.
It's a bargain.
Why not? Because it started out at $230.
Right.
All right. 1 second. We are going to come right back. I've got to get this one.
That was before they got the caviar dispenser.
With the chicken nuggets.
Right next to the champagne fountain.
All right.
Sponsored by McDonald's.
Back in just a moment. It's the WSJM Morning Show.
From the Pat Moody Studios, this is WSJM FM Benton Harbor, St. Joseph, a product of Midwest Family Marketing and Media. Proudly serving our community. The Morning Show with Ken Lundberg on WSJM.
It looks like a prescription pill bottle, but I think it's a coffee cup.
Prozac.
Good morning. Thanks again for joining us on the morning show. I'm Ken Lundberg. Mike Weibel is here with me, and Pat Moody, who's rapidly getting up out of his chair. Say goodbye to everybody.
Goodbye to everybody.
Thank you for joining us.
He asked me to
We were asking Pat if he has his own Funko Pop.
I do not.
Not yet.
All right. Maybe we'll have to work on it.
It's something I could aspire.
Okay, he's going to aspire to that. Pat, thanks for coming in this morning. Thank you for joining us. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck with the auto appointment. See, you never know who's going to pop up in the studio.
I'm telling you, it's just like friends. Like showing up at a diner and having coffee with friends.
Yeah, exactly.
Without
Central Perk, is that what it was?
Yeah.
Central Perk.
Like Central Perk.
Anyway, he came in, he had coffee, he shared his thoughts on paid parking. Now I look on the security cameras, he's already out the door. He's already gone. He moves fast these days. WSJM Morning Show will continue. We got a little bit derailed with Pat's visit, gladly so. But next hour, we'll have some more things to talk about, including the weekend planner with St. Joe today. We'll also talk about Bernie Sanders.
Oh.
Bernie Sanders, the independent from Vermont,
Yes.
who everyone loves or loves to hate.
Right.
He apparently did a lot of travel last year and spent a couple of bucks on some private jets.
Well, no, he wouldn't have done that.
I know.
Because everybody's jet needs to be equal.
Yeah.
So it would be a community jet, not
the
a private
latest
jet.
the latest review of Federal Election Commission filings have taken a look at exactly what might have been spent by Bernie and others on private jet travel last year. Private? Have you ever flown private jet?
Once.
Yeah. Describe it in 10 seconds or less.
It's amazing.
Isn't it amazing?
It is amazing.
It really is amazing because
if you ever do it once, you're like, oh yeah, now I know why they do this.
Yeah, I've had one or two opportunities, and I will tell you that it is for sure, especially after 9/11, you don't have to go through security.
Nope.
You just walk right on the plane. You sit right down. You don't even have to buckle your seatbelt if you don't want to.
Yeah, no.
Which that's a whole nother thing.
The only thing I didn't like about it was I couldn't stand up in the plane.
I don't think you can find many planes where you can stand up.
So I kind of have to duck walk my way into a private jet.
We'll get you a bigger plane.
Thank you.
It's 7:59. We're coming up on 8 o'clock. We've got the latest world and national news now from ABC.
From ABC News, I'm Sherry Preston.